Alexa, stop. Hello, everybody out there in the Delaware Weather Guy weather world. Welcome to a whole weather desk show on the pending storm that is coming. Sunday into Monday into Tuesday. And I'm not even hyping it up yet. Okay, so let's. But I also want to temper any, any thoughts as to, this being like 20 inches or something like that. It's not going to be that. Okay, it's your Nor'easter special for 2021. I mean, we didn't have anything like this coming last year, so this is going to be interesting, to say the least. All right, the first thing I want to show you, and I know sometimes I get into a lot of the weather jargon, but and I know what you want to know, but first let me, kind of explain the circumstances, the parameters in which, why I think this is the direction we're going with this storm. Okay, this is the Plume charts plotting plot data, and they plot all kinds of data, snow and all kinds of things, precipitation type and such. So sometimes when a storm of this magnitude is coming, even when it's a storm of no magnitude is coming up, like a couple weeks ago, I just take a look at these to see the trend. I don't look to see and make a prediction from the averages that are seen here. Okay, so they come out every 6 hours, and so this was 3 o'clock this morning, and the mean average, which is this black line, was 5.14, for the storm. And you had a lot of different plots for the kind of the sweet spot at 7, and at 7 you had a couple, and this is a run of like 20, 30, 40 different model members. So it includes a lot of data. All right, and they just plotted on a graphical chart. Okay, so, and then you have your extreme, which is 14 inches, which is probably we're not going to get 14. And then you have your, like, we're going to get nothing. Okay, so we're not going to get nothing, and we're more than likely not going to get up to 14 inches. Okay, so you throw these two out, and you go with your mean, which is 5.14, and then you sort of see where they cluster together. Okay, and they a lot of them cluster at 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so 9 hours later, it had jumped to 7.57. Okay, so this is 9 o'clock this morning. A lot of them were clustering at about 11 inches, 10 inches, 11 inches. Okay, and you had your highest, which was 15. So just at 3 o'clock, this looks less, but look on your left side, on your if you know your X and Y, vertical and horizontal. Okay, the mean average was 9.51. So it had jumped from 3 o'clock this morning, all the model members, at from 5 to 9. Now, what does that tell me? That tells me nothing more than the trend is going up. Okay, the trend is going in an upward direction. And with a storm of this magnitude, I mean, if you want a lot of snow, that's what you want to see. Now, Dover area, they were at 5.19 as of 3 o'clock this morning. They were at 4.19. So Dover is up. Georgetown. Georgetown is 3.45 at 3. That was at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, They're now down at 2.85, but the cluster is around 2 to 4, right around here. All right. So what has led everything to go in that direction? Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple of things, and I want you to kind of just follow along. All right. The thing we were trying to figure out was what it was going to be the strength of this system. Was it going to be weak or was it going to be strong? Yesterday, a depiction came in on the Euro, which was a stronger storm, but it had moved north and west. Well, I think last night, the model started to shift to south and east. Today, there's more consistency and there's more agreement. So models are pretty much near agreement that now this was yesterday's, and okay, so it's sort of going to come in and ride this trough axis, okay, but the one from today, okay, is deeper, steeper, and further south. And that's what you kind of want. You kind of want something that kind of ramps up, that takes some time and then comes up. Now, it being a little bit south and east does it not a great position, but if you notice right here, it forms almost another low. And that's the low that's going to kind of meander, hang out, and then move along come Tuesday. The GFS is in about the same spot, and this is, of course, the 500 millibar, and the GFS is kind of in the same spot as Euro. But also another thing to be looking at is the upper level low, which is the driving force of this storm. Okay, if you don't have the upper level low, we would have a flat system, and it would play maybe 2 inches. Okay, so this is the run from this afternoon. Here's the upper level low. It's closed off. It's delivering its energy offshore. It's the trough is deep. The storm has formed. It's come up, and this would be Monday morning, and it's snowing pretty good. I mean, mind you, it's been snowing for the last 24 hours before that. So, and the thing is, this is going to come in light at first, and it's going to stick immediately, and then it's just going to do its damage. Okay, now I want to get the region of the East Coast, and all I want to really show you is, okay, this is, okay. So timing, let's get down this timing, and the timing is going to be pretty fair. I mean, what I show you is going to be pretty fair. So this is Sunday morning. It's on our doorstep. Now, don't go by any of the QPF or the precipitation or the amounts of snow. I'm not even going to show you that. Okay. So this is Sunday morning. It's on our doorstep. It's already snowing down the state in Georgetown and such places. Okay, this is Sunday afternoon. It's creeping towards the north. It's snowing pretty good back here in the Virginias and Alexandria, and then Northern Virginia, and then that's probably down on 66. That's probably from Royal and areas to the west. It's snowing in DC, it's snowing in Baltimore, it's probably starting to snow in Wilmington. Okay, now I'm not even going to Okay, the reason why it's showing lower snow totals in lower half of Delaware is the fact that, yes, it is going to bring in some warm air. These storms always do. And as the storm is developing, you know, that changeover down south below this 540 line, you're going to get some mixing. You're going to get some, probably you're going to get some rain for a few hours in, and it's going to obviously lower the snow totals. That's why when I show you the snow totals, it's really not representative of what it actually is. Now watch this upper level low that's right here. This is the key, because this is going to like pivot this storm and cause what's termed a cold conveyor belt. Okay, so it's going to pivot the storm, and you can see here it's going to change back to snow as this storm creeps away, and you can see it's kind of like just inching. It's not going far over time, but what you're going to have is you're going to have this conveyor belt kind of churning, and if you're in the sweet spot, you're in the sweet spot, and nothing's going to change that. So you know, so what do I see as okay, so let me kind of give you an indication of what I see storm strength wise from this system. Okay. Okay, so let me get rid of all this stuff because that just complicates matters. Okay, so I see a band of 6 to, let me say, I see a band of 6 to 10 inches, pretty much in, I'm trying to get the right areas, probably more down here in Virginia's, but I'm going to say Baltimore, Washington, Western Maryland, Northwestern Maryland, Northeast Maryland, up to about Trenton, North New Jersey, New York area, down coast of New Jersey, southern New Jersey, down coastal Delaware to just about Dover, and then back, sort of like that. And now this is the area that I cover regionally, so I'm not going to say Boston or something. They're going to get what they're going to get. So I would say if you're anywhere in this general area, you're going to see probably upwards of 7 to 10. Now, could that go up? Yes, it could. It all depends on where the banding will take place. There's always banding that takes place in these storms. So if you're in the sweet spot, if you're in that conveyor belt, you could, it's going to snow, folks, for a day and a half. I mean, it could be off and on. It could be, light at first, heavy, and then go back to light, and then go back to heavy. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be something to see, because I see it. So that's the way I see it. I think my early call was 5 to 10 in that general range, and I think pretty much that's where I'm going to keep it there, in that general area. So I'm sorry, I turned off the camera for a second. Okay, so that's all I've got for now, and I'll be having regular updates tonight. I think I'll do a live sometime this evening once I get a handle on more handle on the timing, and We're, currently, I think the Weather Service just put us under a winter storm watch. Doesn't mean much. For areas, let's see, that's Monmouth. Newcastle can't, okay. So heavy snow possible, wind gusts of 45 miles creating significant blowing and drifting. So from Sunday morning through late Monday night. That's a day and a half, folks. That's a day and a half. And it could last into Tuesday. Okay, so there will be some mixing, and there will be some pockets of nothing and pellets and stuff like that. But it should, for the majority of the system, stay pretty much snow, especially for areas that are north. North Wilmington. From the C&D Canal on upward, you should see mostly snow. Once you get down to Dover and once you get down to Smyrna, you might see you'll see a little mixing, and then in Georgetown and Salisbury, and the beach areas, you'll probably see snow to start, but then change to rain and then back to snow. So your totals are going to be less because of that. That's a lot to say. All right, that's it for me. I will update as usual throughout the evening, and then really tomorrow you can probably expect updates every morning, afternoon, and evening, and as this system is coming in. So that's it for me. We're in storm mode. Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy. Have a great weekend. It will be cold tomorrow, very cold tomorrow. Not as cold as today, but it will be very cold. And I wish you all the best. Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy. Adios.